Good morning. Good morning. How's everybody doing? Everybody good? Good morning. I love you guys so much today. I love you. Let me just... Shit. Sorry, y'all. Just making a big old mess over here. Trying to get you out of like the bright sun here. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. From the Ojai Valley. I am in California getting ready to speak this morning. Feeling really nervous about speaking this morning because I think when you really value the person that asked you to speak, and it's not just like some random paid gig where you go in, talk, and run away. It matters to you. So I am, first of all, it's like freezing in this room. Why am I freezing? But anyway, I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about choices. And this is what I think I'm going to speak about this morning is, the choices that we think a lot of times, the big choices, right? Like getting married or like buying a new home or to lease a car or buy a car. We actually put a lot of energy around these decisions because these are actually the easiest decisions we have to make. These are decisions that affect our lives marginally. And I know what you're thinking. What do you mean? Buying a car is a huge thing. It really isn't. The way we deal with people, choosing to let go of hurt, choosing to forgive, choosing to have uncomfortable conversations, choosing to set boundaries with people, choosing to be intentional with our lives, choosing to act versus be passive in our own lives, those are the big choices because those require actual work. You have to get up every day and choose to be that person, right? So we pretend those are the small choices, right? Forgive her, not forgive her. Oh, I'll get to it, whatever. I'm buying a house. You know, buying a house, do you like the house and can you afford the house? It's really that simple, right? Like, but we distract ourselves with these big decisions because it helps us avoid making any real change in our life. I myself have done it. I sometimes still do it. I can't deal with her right now because I'm buying a swing set. Swing sets are expensive. My kids are at that weird age where I'm not really sure what the swing set needs. And I can't deal with my misery at work or the problems in my marriage or, fixing things with my best friend because I'm buying a swing set. Really? Okay, Jamie. That's interesting. So, what I have learned about myself is that I will even bring these big decisions into my life and use them as a crutch to avoid the little decisions. Because for me, it's a good distraction. And really, the best decision I ever made was the hardest best decision I ever made was setting boundaries with people. Setting boundaries with people. That was the biggest decision I ever made in my life. It is what has allowed me to have success. Now, granted, I have talent, right? Like, you don't sell and star in your own reality show or write a best-selling book and go on 87 book tours. You don't set up 9 million movies and, create franchise. You don't do the things that I've done in my career and successfully pivot as many times as I have if you don't have talent. But talent really has never been enough, right? It's about setting boundaries that you can hold yourself accountable to respect. It requires action. It requires work on your part. People will the world will try to tell you that when you want to pivot in your life, that requires too much energy, too much bravery, too much something. So the world will distract you with something that feels bigger, more justified, right? Well, I can't get divorced now because, my kids are about to go to high school, and that's a big thing, right? Okay, right? I can't change jobs because, the coronavirus and the market is crazy, and, I can't make any big changes. But really, what changed my life was realizing the reason that I was able to pivot 9,000 times is I forced myself to acknowledge that the big decisions about leaving jobs and not renewing contracts those were not really big decisions. The big decisions were acknowledging why I was not fulfilled and doing something about that. You're not fulfilled in your role as a publicist anymore? What are you going to do about it? People go, oh, she's so inspirational because she pivots all the time. She works and has kids and what? Everybody has kids. How is that inspirational? My body has not done what women have done for hundreds of bajillion years. My children are not superheroes. They're not X-Men. It's not like I gave birth to Xavier, right? Like I got married and I had kids and also had a job. Holy shit, she's so inspirational. What are you talking about? How is that inspirational? What is inspirational to me about me is that when I look back at my trajectory, I forced myself to look at the things that I was, we all like to pretend are little decisions, and saw them for what they really were. And I've also broken every mother effing nail on this trip. And I won't even be able to get my nails fixed because I have to go right home and take Olivia to a soccer tournament. So literally I will land at 10:30 tonight in Birmingham and get up first thing tomorrow morning and drive to Atlanta. I am going to end up losing all my nails, and this is sad to me. And you can judge me for this little sidebar, but I am miserable about the fact that my nails are broken. Vince, I miss you too, baby. We really need to catch up. So in seriousness, when people say that I am inspirational to them because I've done so much, I want them to understand that what is truly inspirational about me, in my opinion, is the fact that whenever I feel stuck in a situation, I get brave about what it is that isn't really working for me. Right? I don't, and then I act on it. Right? Like then I act on it. That to me is inspirational. Not that I travel and have my kids, and I had kids, my vagina doesn't have a cape. It's just a regular old vagina that had a bunch of babies. I'm sorry. I think it's cool that I have children, but I don't think it's inspirational. And we don't say that to men. Oh my God, Bob, you come to work every day and you have 3 kids. It's fucking great, Bob. It really is. Karen, thank you for saying that. It's to me, it's more about going like, what am I using to distract myself from making the real change in my life and getting brave enough to say, I'm not happy. Okay? And I want something different, because that's scary, because then people go, how could you not be happy? Why would you want something different, Bob? You have a magic penis that created 3 children. You're inspirational. Not really. Get brave about the real fucking decisions in your life. Not what swing set to buy, not whether you lease or buy a car, not whether you buy a house in the valley or you buy a house in LA. We use those decisions, we pretend they're so big and insurmountable because it distracts us from making the really brave decisions in our life. And that is pursuing happiness and protecting our peace at all costs. Despite the fact that it will make some people uncomfortable, despite the fact that it will make some other people own their shit, despite the fact that some people will judge you, it's those decisions. I'm going to get divorced now. I'm going to do it properly and make sure that my children go to therapy and make sure that we blah, 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 blah. But I'm going to do it now because staying together for the kids will turn me into a tadpole. And I don't want to live the only life I've been given as a tadpole. I want to be a frog. Right? So that to me is how you pivot your life. You look at what's considered the small decisions and you work really, really hard on those. Because the big ones that we pretend are so big, they're not. They're absolutely not. Sure, they require some thought. Sure, they require some money. Yeah, do you want a red car or a blue car? You want a lease for 3 years or a lease for 4 years? None of that matters. None of it. It doesn't help you write a book. It doesn't help you get the job of your dreams. It doesn't, you know what I mean? Such a big decision. No, a big decision is setting boundaries with the people in your life and going, you cannot disrespect me anymore. You cannot use me anymore. Your opinion cannot hold me back from doing what I want to do anymore. Those are the big decisions. And that's where the bravery comes in. That's where I should inspire people. Not the fact that I had 3 kids. Look at the Duggars. Compared to them, my vagina is so average. Me and my average uterus. And I get that there's some glory to what I do for a living. Ooh, she makes movies. I'm not curing cancer. I'm not in a lab right now with the coronavirus trying to figure out how to save lives. I'm at Ojai drinking $36 coffee, trying to figure out, honestly, if I just got my period. Just keeping it 100, which I'm pretty sure I did. So, with all that I say, a lot of times when I talk, I ramble. And then eventually I find my point. And my point is that I love people. And I love knowing that there are things I can say to inspire them to take action in their own lives. And if I've ever said anything that has made you look at one of your little decisions differently, then I feel like I've been inspirational in some way. I hope that you don't tune in to me for the big decisions in life, like whether you should lease a car for 4 years or 3. Sorry. I know we were supposed to talk about narcissistic friends, but I got off track, and this is on my heart, and this is what I've been up since 5 o'clock in the morning thinking about. I love you very much. Please find me inspiring for something other than the fact that I work and also have kids, because if that's the only thing that inspires you, I will be very sad. Okay? I love you. Have a great, great day.